the fourth and final time. But DFM, they're not going to want that to be the truth. They've cooked up a team comp and a half here. They've got the Pyke with the Smolder. Oh,
here we go.
It seems like Pyke's in the game. We 5v5, level 1. Hook's going to land. We saw this before.
Oh, doesn't go for it.
Yeah, interesting. Last time we saw this happen, Pyke lands a hook and an immediate kill onto Schönfire on the volley bear, but not going to go for it this time.
Yeah, maybe just not certain about their level 1. Gwen not up to all that much. Xin should be pretty good, but Karma probably the strongest champ. Oh yeah, and Cascada did take W level 1, so he has a stun. Oh yeah, you were getting destroyed in that 5v5.
Yeah, but we thought that in the Ground Zero game too, right? But it was just an immediate kill.
Yeah,
the
he might just go down so
a
fast.
straight kill, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say, right? You have champs like Gwen that want to stack up in those fights. Obviously, Pyke a lot of upfront damage, as does the Xin Zhao, but maybe it's just not quite enough. Split map. It looks like it will be again, so DCG really liking this, and it feels like this game maybe there was an opportunity for DFM to try and contest, but ultimately the center Pyke probably not quite as strong as, the Smolder Pyke not quite as strong as the center Karma.
Yeah, it is debatable. I think Viego is stronger than the Xin at level 1. So yeah, maybe just too close to call for DFM, and they don't want to try flip the game so early when they have the scaling champ, right? And it's them who can't afford to lose this game. DCG a little more willing to flip the game here, right? Because if you win, you can just snowball a game out of control.
Will we see the exact same thing happen again here?
Yeah, scary against the Pyke. Wave sucks for DFM.
Oh yeah, this wave is horrific. Udapon though, he's looking to deny all of the Crocs. Oh my god, that's not level 3 now.
Yeah, so they should be perfectly fine now. Wave crashing into them. Pyke gonna have a much harder time enabling the Smolder and just surviving than the Milio did, so has to land these.
Hook lands Tide. You're gonna have to flash. He's not going to. He's not under the tower, but what a disaster. Tide getting extremely greedy with his summoner spells. It's gonna cost him, and it's gonna mean that Udapon on the Smolder in game number 4, do or die, picks up first blood.
Yeah, nice to see Harp getting an opportunity in this game to show why we hyped him up so much going into this. He's been kind of handcuffed by these aggressive lanes coming out of DCG and having a Smolder on his team, but gets it done. Tide a little greedy with his flash, right?
A little?
Yeah, maybe, but you got to go with the gut shot. If you think you've dodged it, you've dodged it. Harp.
I mean, after you get hooked, surely you...
Go commit the flash,
yeah. Arya being looked at, stun lands, and they're going to find a dive. It's not in the bot lane like they usually go for. Cascada might just be dead, though. Flash foot from Tide. He's not going to have it. He's going to look for some damage here onto Harp. It won't be enough. Teleport now coming through from Arya, but once again, it is going to be Cascada picking up the early lead in the mid lane.
Yeah, both flashes committed from DCG. Arya held on to his. Unfortunately, Steel uses his flash there and doesn't get anything out of it. So that's a little disappointing for him, but Arya is going to be able to pick up most of this wave.
Oh, Udapon. Oh, he's fine, but...
Didn't take TP this time.
Yeah, interesting.
Wants to make sure they can win the fights if they do land these Pyke hooks.
Yeah, I think that's right. They just have a more aggressive lane, and so they want the combat summoner.
On 665, going to be able to split the map again. Xin would love to play around this Pyke. But it also means that Ray Farkey has no pressure on him in this top lane that he will outscale in.
For sure.
We'll see if... we haven't seen him with this much on his shoulders in any DFM games, but he is a win condition in this game.
Absolutely is. Finally, getting his opportunity to shine. And hopefully, I mean, his team's going to hope, his fans from the LJL, they're all going to hope that he has it. He has the capability to do so.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, to touch on the Gwen versus Cassante lane just a little bit, generally we do see that the Gwen wins out early quite substantially, but Cassante kind of comes online a little bit earlier, sort of between, I want to say levels 8 to 12-ish, when it is sort of nearing that first item or the first item is online. But then as soon as there's 2, 3 items, this Gwen is just so untouchable for the Cassante.
Yeah, if you get caught out without your ulti up on the Gwen, you can definitely go down to the Cassante, and then once you're at the 2-item mark on the Gwen, you have essentially just made it, and the Cassante has to cower under his tower, because even slightly away from his tower, he will just be chased down and killed.
Yeah.
Super quickly by the Glen.
665 kind of having the opportunity to look for the Void Grubs there, but choosing not to. Cascada, no flash here in this lane, and Arya must be close to level 6. That ward going down means 665 is going to be aware that there are people around. Hook does land, Steel not going to quite connect.
Yeah, no level 6 on Arya, otherwise I think they definitely commit to that play.
Yeah, and they're still here.
And
Cascada has to be so careful. Arya must be 1 minion, 2 minions. You see the XP bar down the bottom left. They're going forward. It must be just 1 minion. Charm lands. They're not even going to need level 6 as Cascada's just going to be taken out. Too much CC.
Yeah, no flash on Cascada. And Harp looking very sharp on the pike. Able to do a lot for this DFM early game so far. And we've seen how impactful the early games have been in these games. Pretty much the team with a lead just wins.
Now 65 going to be able to pick up this XP from the mid lane. Pick up the gold as well. But certainly nice look for Arya.
Crashes a massive wave into the top tower and gets a pink ward here. Probably isn't going to last too long. Really good vision on this side of the map for him. Is going to keep him safe if Steel looks to counter this dragon play with a go on him top lane. But no dragon play.
Yeah, they did start it, but deciding not to go and commit too hard for it.
So, Steel being contested on this crab. It does have a smite. So, always getting that. Not going to hit the Void Grubs. Probably not going to hit the Dragon either. You can just relax if you're DFM. You have a lot more early game tools in this game, but you also just win the late game too.
Oh, tied. That was scary.
Yeah. A lot of move speed on the center, right? Fleet footwork.
Yeah, and the Karma Shield.
So Steel's here up a level.
Spirit Rush coming out. Cascada's going to have to dodge this charm. He's not going to be able to. And all of a sudden, Steel's found his way under this tower. Through does come Tibbers. Is it going to be able to trade the kill? No. Xin Zhao denying any follow-up damage, and all of a sudden, Cascada is finding himself 1 and 3 here on the Annie early on into game number 4.
Yeah, definitely getting punished for losing his flash early, and they didn't get all that much. You saw it took Arya a long time to hit level 6 because of that dive, but I think Cascada's definitely paid for that dive a lot more than Arya has.
For sure.
And still hasn't even had to use his flash on the Ahri.
Oh, he did die once, but he didn't use his flash.
Yeah.
Now, all this damage coming through onto Tide, and all of a sudden you are just 2v2 getting taken out by the Smolder, and this is very, very problematic for the side of DCG. Harp even continuing on to look for more. Hook won't connect though, and Orca's actually going to trade quite a bit of damage back for himself with the help off that tower.
Yeah, 2 kills on the Smolder now, plenty of farm, and I didn't notice how many stacks he was on, but he'll be perfectly fine on stacks this game. Probably pretty accelerated, 50 stacks, 8 minutes, yeah. Looking pretty good, only going to accelerate.
DCG though, they're looking for something on the map, and this something is going to be the Dragon, with recalls coming through from Harp. It does feel like this should just be theirs to take. Pink Ward from Steel's going to obviously spot out what's going on, but no Pike around means there's no real opportunity.
Yeah, bot lane did commit a lot to get that kill onto Tide.
Yeah.
And Orca, on the Karma, you're not cooldown reliant like DFM's champions are, so going to be very impactful if you do take the fight there. Annie has everything up. Actually didn't have ult up there. But I wonder how knowledgeable DFM are going to be around the Annie ult timer. Pretty hard to keep track of if you aren't expecting to play against the champ.
Especially with Malignance, right?
Yeah.
It just makes all these cooldowns a lot harder to judge. Ult cooldowns, of course, but...
Yeah, we'll almost definitely be the Malignance for the Annie.
Yeah, just procs constantly on the Tibbers, so...
Yeah, and just so ult reliant that the haste on your ultimate makes a big difference. We are at that level 8 mark.
Hook again from Harp. This guy doesn't miss.
Yeah, he needs to go get level 6 though. Not much to do in the river, maybe just protecting Arya.
Oh yeah, bit of a support score there on the 0, 1, and 3, but has been pivotal in making sure that both Harp and Steel are able to find success. Flash is going to be committed here from Cascada. Maybe. No, he's not even going to get the opportunity to. He's just locked up. Charm and
Yeah.
the knock-up as well from Steel and DFM. They're striking back. 2K ahead. 6-1 is the kill score.
Yeah, and this is why we were so excited once we saw the Ahri's in, right? This is such a strong pairing at this point in the game. It was a 2v2 and it was not close.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice route there from Tide. Is going to deny Harp going further forward. He does hit level 6, so death from below available now for this Pyke.
He's walking around on a ward. Hook maybe. Has flash.
Tide is so weak. 0-2-0, not really doing all so well. But 6-5, he's finding things to do on the map. He got himself and his team the Dragon. He's looking for the Void Grubs now, and it's not going to be contested.
Yeah, they're still fine in the game as DCG, but it's almost... It is over a 2K lead for DFM with the comp that outscales.
Hook lands from Harp once again, and lock committed. Orca very low, Tide with very little mana.
Udapon already doing so much damage. Has a very fast Essence Reaver. And then you've just got so many win cons across the map as DFM that being ahead at this point is a dream. Rayfarky might just have to ult this wave. Yeah, he does. He actually didn't end up needing to. DCG backed off, but it's going to be a scary window now where he has to be very careful pushing up.
Otaku's going aggressively. That is a tower there.
Yeah.
Let's not tower dive like that.
Maybe he got overconfident because he did W that Gwen ulti, the third charge. Oh, steal.
Yeah, Tide. He has the flash. He gets knocked up. The Q onto the blast cone gets him out to safety, and it is going to cost Steel his ultimate, but flash down now for Tide, and there's an Ahri just chasing you down.
More tempo lost for Tide, importantly. Again with his recall interrupted. Criscata recalling. Hopefully that's his Malignance now. And Steel going to be denying a lot of farm to 665, who is farming well, but you know, this is a very resource-intensive jungler, the Viego.
He has a Sundered Sky.
He's going to lose his entire bot side to the Xin. Orca could be in trouble here as well.
He does have the opportunity to look for his top side on the other side of the map, of course, but Orca now stuck under his tower, doesn't have flash available. He's trying to dodge out. He's not going to be able to. Hook lands, stun lands, and all of a sudden Udapon has picked up his third and only 13 minutes on the Smolder. This is going to be a near-on impossible Smolder to deal with now at this stage of the game. 100 stacks, 13 minutes.
Yep.
Things are looking fantastic for the side of DFM.
Yeah.
Charm even landing down to 665, does have ult available for himself, and might even just have to use it, as it's going to be the Spirit Rush used out of Aria. Orbit Deception does connect, and Harp in the area, but not able to really go for it as Criscata does return to his lane.
Yeah, very low on HP, otherwise he probably does commit there. Still has his ulti up, and I mean, this is a completely different looking DFM when they get Harp on a champ where he has agency. And same from Steel, right? When he has a jungler that can kind of play these first few levels, he's managed to be in the right place at the right time. On the Nocturne as well, but a lot more impact on the Xin. And it's kind of criminal they picked this guy Milia when he is this good on a champ like Pyke.
Absolutely. Criscata in the river, but Harp does spot him out, so...
Yeah, it's very squishy at this point in the game on the Pyke, though. Has to be careful, especially around this Annie.
Yeah, will be squishy. If he ever gets caught out, he does just get eliminated very, very quickly. But of course, Merc Tread's given him a bit of tenacity.
Yeah, not the easiest champ to catch.
No, exactly. Just so fast and mobile.
Man, Udapon is 2 levels up on Orca.
Yeah, a bit of a disaster bot lane.
Yeah, this is a serious Smolder problem. About to get his second evolve at 14
No
minutes.
cleanse, though, which can be very scary.
Yeah, against the Annie. Made a lot of sacrifices to make this lane work with the Pyke by taking that heal. No TP on him, no cleanse on him.
Dragon started now for DFM. First one was picked up, of course, by 665. Harp waiting along in the area. Steel, he's kind of alone in the pit, and through comes a teleport, but massive knock-up. Through comes that Spirit Rush, and Orca's going to be taken out in no time at all. Fight's absolutely breaking out, and Rayfarky's in the middle of everyone. Charm lands, is going to be 65 taken out. All Out comes through, and Steel might be going down on the other side of the team fight, but ultimately everything coming up at DFM in this one. Taco trades back one, he's trying to run away, he's going to get charmed up, he's going to be going down, he's trying to find Aria, and he does! But it's DFM taking the team fight, 2 for 5. The Dragon will be soon to follow.
Yeah, impressively, Taco manages to find 2 kills there, but when we get to see this replay, just watch Harp and Rayfarky. Cruscata as well, not really able to lock down this Ahri, is just so mobile in the fights, gets so much damage done. And he can't find a multi-man ult on with the Tibbers. Looked like he had one for a sec there, but I mean, once Harp gets going in this fight, he just runs through the enemy team. Ray Farkey unkillable on the Gwen.
Oh, picture in picture. Someone's going down. I can't really see it. It looks like they will. Yeah, Ray Farkey taken out, and 665 is going to get himself a reset. Orca claiming the gold. And now all of a sudden, Dragon number 2 looks like it might be DCG's despite the team fight loss.
Yeah, it should just be DCG's. Arya TPs to the top lane. So, yeah, DFM definitely not contesting this one. Not sure what happened to Ray Farkey. Kind of unfortunate to lose that momentum, but I mean, they're so far ahead in gold. They don't mind losing this dragon. They're not going to risk a 4v5.
Yeah, no reason to. And honestly, you still always do just have the 225 stack.
Oh, they commit to the tower. And they do get it, but then Ray Farkey hangs around way too long, looks like.
Oh, the extra minion wave, yeah.
Misjudging how quickly the resets
even
can come out.
Even turning around again.
Yeah. Nice route up from Orca. Harp is here, but yeah, Tide clinical with these Senna Ws. Seems to always land them.
Yeah.
Easier
Massive
on a
pick.
slow target, but...
That is 3 shutdowns recently that DCG have picked up for themselves, but it is ultimately still a 6k gold lead in favor of DCG. Cruscata's looking for that stun. He's going to find it. The Ray Farkey does go untargetable. Tibbers is wailing on him. He is going to be able to live. Loses the needlework.
Yeah, picks up the entire wave and can get out of there, so... Any ult down, though, for Cruscata is going to mean a lot of agency loss for DCG. DFM might be headbutting a wall here. Taco is so tanky on this Cassante.
Yeah, they are sticking around. Tide, though, he's waiting in the wings. Through will come this Rift Herald. That tower is going to go down, and Tide's going to try and provide safe passage for Taco to get out of that engagement. And we'll be able to do so. Rift Herald should be going down. It is traded back on the bottom side, though, as Cruscata looks to take down the inner tower.
Yep. Hook onto...
Managed to get it. Yeah, hook onto Taco. Not the guy you want. Charm lands, and still Taco staying relatively healthy.
Yeah, 4v5, they land the hook and still end up losing an ultimate for it. Nothing used on the side of DCG. So I'm looking for Udapon to get back in this mid lane ASAP if I'm on DFM and just get him farming up.
Yeah.
Feels inevitable that he's going to get his stacks well before DCG are threatening Soul.
For sure. 3 minutes on the third possible dragon for DCG, and they do feel far too weak to be able to really contest it. Tide, interestingly enough, is going for the opportunity, so it's probably more immediate damage, which maybe you just have to do because, you know, you are so far behind and Smolder is going to get to the stack so soon.
Yeah, maybe can't afford to go for an Edge of Night or...
Yeah, it does feel like Youmuu's or Edge of Night is almost necessary here, but also because you are so far behind, maybe you don't have the luxury to get something a little bit more safe.
Yeah, just have to hope you can follow up on a kill.
Yeah, Cruscata's being looked at again, and he might just be caught out. Depth and Low does come through, and there's a lot used there as Spirit Rush and all of the above is going to be down. Cruscata's still on the chase, and he's very fast, as is Annie, and DCG might have found an angle to possibly pick up Steel. Constant running forward here for 665, and the Hextech Gate used for Taco on the top side, and he's behind 3 members, and Cassante's going to be able to find his way onto Arya almost certainly. Nice charm, he's trying to get himself away.
No ulti.
All out comes in, though, and Arya is going to be taken out. No issue whatsoever. Slow from that Heartbreaker, and all of a sudden Steel does go down as well, and DCG, they are behind, but they're certainly finding things in this game. Ray Farkey, though, is making his way to that top side, trying to get some damage done to the top tower. Double teleport, actually, is now it's going to be Udapon and Harp in the mid lane.
Yeah, and Ray Farkey has TP if he wants to save this bot tower. Will he commit the TP? He should be fine, even in the 1v3. A lot of tempo lost, but you kind of have to do moves like this as DCG when you're this behind. Yes. They managed to punish and overextend, and Annie is not even close to taking that tower. Never mind about the TP from Gwen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, still fine with that if you are DFM. Arya losing his flash is a bit tragic, but 2 teleports used in that play.
Udapon versus Taco.
Yeah.
Is what I'm seeing there. Although Udapon has a lot more support around him.
Yeah, and he's about to get his stacks.
For sure.
So, yeah, when you give Udapon these relatively easy lanes, top it off with a couple kills, he's going to be making it to these stacks.
For sure. I think the problem is, though, still, and in favor of DCG for a little bit here, is that even when he gets the stacks, he is still so vulnerable. If
he's getting flash
has flash, then he has no cleanse. He is most likely going to get stunned up, and there's probably enough follow-up through the center ult, through Karma, through Annie, And, you know, Viego can also dive into the back line. And if Viego gets a reset onto Udapon, well, all of a sudden, it's now DCG who have a Smolder, so...
Yeah, and the thing going in Udapon's favor is that he is not sole win condition this game.
That's right.
There is a Gwen about to finish that second item we were talking about. Taco is massive, though.
Yeah, Taco doesn't care that
Working on his third.
Yeah. Taco is beyond huge. He's picked himself up 3 shutdowns, I believe, in this game. So
Right. Yeah.
he's certainly very, very strong.
I still probably favor the Gwen once she gets Nashers. He's had to build a lot of armor on the Cassante, too.
Yeah, for sure.
So it can be very scary now for Taco. Once Rayfar, he gets his TP. I'm assuming this is the Nashers. Finished for him now, and he's going to have Ghost advantage over Taco for a bit. So maybe he can keep him honest in the side lane, get some priority for his team.
He is just sitting in base. I think he's waiting for a teleport to this play because Dragon is now live, and it is sole point possibly for DCG if they're able to find a way into that river. Harp looking for a hook here. It's going to land on Criscata. What can follow up? He's going to find a lot of follow-up. Actually, his teleport coming through now from Ray Farkey. Criscata's going to get taken out. He did manage to get that Tibbers off, and Steeler is very, very low. Does flash away, but not before 65 is able to take him out. Gets that reset. Udapon now has got the Ghost. Sorry, the Flash. He's got everything available. Heal was used to get himself out of that close engagement, and Aria's found a lot of damage onto Tide, but not enough to take one of them down. Udapon is alive. Udapon's in the middle of a bunch of people. Taco still has that all-out available, so this Smolder is by far not out of harm's reach, and it looks like not much will happen there. Just the 1-for-1 as Criscata's taken down 4 steal, but with the jungler being down for DFM, it's going to delay any opportunity to look towards this Dragon. Taco's still so threatening here on the Cassante.
Yeah, Udapon got to hold on to his flash. It looked like a very clean play from DFM, but they managed... DCG managed to trade the kill back onto Steel and get Viego that much-needed reset. Ray Farkey has no ulti in the back of this pit.
Yeah, Aria is coming up. His ultimate will be now available, but Harp, all of a sudden, he's ended up in the wrong end of the neighborhood. Does manage to get himself out, but Criscata's returned to the play. Criscata has Tibbers available for himself. Nice route once again for Tide. Lands onto Pike. And there comes the all-out. All of a sudden, Ray Farkey's in between 5 members, and those members aren't on his team. Flash forward with that... that big Karma roll is going to land onto 2 in the route again here onto Steel, but it's going to be Ray Farkey getting the Dragon on the dead Gwen.
Wait, what?
No, oh, it's Viego.
Oh, right,
oh,
okay.
Transform.
Yeah, okay,
Sorry,
DCG get their third
I just
Dragon.
got fooled.
Yeah. No one was near it. I was so confused. DCG do get the Dragon, and DFM, they leave DFM looking pretty dizzy in that fight. Everyone is just taking the Hex Gates on DFM back and forwards, not able to find an angle.
And teleport now. Ray Farkey still dead, does not have access to that teleport for himself, but Criscata is in no man's land. He's very, very low. The heal coming through here from Tide, and Tibbers is doing a lot of damage there to Harp and to Steel. Aria back now. Aria not quite with the Spirit Rush, does now have a Banshees, so is going to be quite strong up against Criscata in the isolated 1-for-1.
Yep. And it feels like Udapon needs his rapid fire cannon ASAP in this game. He is not able to do damage in these fights at all. No flash on the Annie now is going to make these fights a little easier for DFM, at least for the time being.
And oh my god, how close are these fights?
Yeah.
Criscata, he was 1-5-1 on the Annie, and he's truly turning it around. Just so much damage coming out of Tibbers. Taco, what a fantastic performance.
Yep.
But on the other side, Udapon, he's still 4-0-4. He's still so strong. Harp, 3-0-7. These guys have what it takes to get us to a game number 5, but now they have to prove it. Things have been going wrong for them of late. Smolder has the stack, still not quite winning the team fights. 3 minutes on a potential Hex-Tech Soul for DCG, DFM. They can't afford any more mistakes.
Yeah, and this time DFM draft so many threats on their comp, and it still somehow just feels like Udapon versus the world. He has to get it done in these fights. This time without the support to do it. No Milio, no help or peel on his team at all.
Taco is so tanky. He's working towards a Juck show now. He's so close to having it. And at that point, this Cassante is not going to be very easy to take out. Ray Farkey, perhaps with a mistake in the last fight, getting all outed into the middle of DCG. Harp, he's going to be able to duck and dive over that Baron wall and get himself to safety. Udapon, though, he's trading pretty aggressively and pretty well onto Taco.
Yeah, especially when Taco uses that all out. He's going to go down pretty quick to Udapon. Hook.
Yeah, nice hook, tied it down. Now it's 4v5. The Baron is available. Do they feel comfortable doing it? It's kind of hard against the Karma.
Yeah, very scary still against the Karma. Annie, too. Pretty terrifying in these kinds of fights. And DCG are on the mid wave. They're going to have mid prio for now. See if DFM
Unicorn has to
can
be
collapse.
so careful. Remember, he doesn't have cleanse.
Yeah, Kriskata no flash, though, so he is safe for now under this tower.
Everyone running on the side of DCG, trying to get back, trying to defend their base as Arya's going to be able to take out this bot lane in a tower.
Yeah.
It's a lot of gold on this Arya now.
Yeah, massive gold injection for DFM and or Arya specifically. And I mean, this has been a weakness of DFM that they just don't seem to be able to find these Baron angles, as I think DCG are almost always hitting the Baron there when you lose a member against them. DFM just not willing to do it.
It is scary against the Karma for sure.
Yeah,
but
and the Annie.
Yeah, true.
It's definitely terrifying to hit this Baron.
They are hitting it now. It was seen, and they are just going to get off as soon as they are spotted out.
Yeah, it doesn't take much convincing to get off the Baron in the 5v5 anyway. This could be scary.
Yeah.
No vision.
Taco, he's found another flank possibly, but this mid lane tower is going to be denying any real potential from Taco.
Yeah, it really sucks that Gwen is here grouping, and it's Arya that's split pushing without TP even.
Yeah,
he's actually just looking for a flank maybe.
Oh, this game is on such a nice edge, and that's really weird considering how it started out. It's 6k gold lead for DFM. They are firmly in control in terms of items, in terms of scaling, and the map list looks so good for them, but they're really struggling to find these team fight wins. They have to be so careful. One mistake, Smolder going down, and all of a sudden 665 is the most powerful champion on the Rift.
Yeah. Honestly, it's Taco you're worried about. If they kill this Smolder cleanly, this is a scary way to play against Annie.
Yeah, definitely is.
So DCG might look to trade this Baron for the Dragon.
They don't have the damage. They have Senna.
Yeah, not much damage at all on the Baron. Kriskata flashed coming up very soon.
Oh, Harp, he's getting taken out low. Nice route lands, but he's going to be able to get himself out, at least for the time being. And Udapon, he's freely heading onto Taco. You're seeing he is getting work done.
Yeah,
and Ray Farkey in the bot side. He's looking for now an inhibitor turret. There is Taco getting very aggressive. He finds a slow onto Steel, and the Tofu Strikes is not going to connect on that Q3. And Harp, he's going to be able to try and protect this Gwen, who is in the side lane. Inhibitor now does become the target for the Gwen. Through comes Mom, and no one is recalling yet for the side of DCG. They're just looking to finish this Dragon. Teleport available for Ray Farkey, but he might just look to end the game. No, he's taking the Hextech Gate. He's coming to the fight, but it's the Hextech Soul picked up now for DCG, sorry. DCG, they're getting rounded. DFM, who can they find? Kriskata stuck in the pit. He's going to find a stun. He's going to find a lot of damage. Arya's going to have to use that Spirit Rush. He finds his way back. Kriskata does go down. That's a reset now onto this Arya, and the rest of DCG, they're going to run. Hextech Gate use, one more usage of the Spirit Rush. Flash, Charm, and the Charm lands, onto Tide, and now Taco with it all to do, finds the all out onto Udapon. Udapon though, he's got the execute, one found, it's going to be the win. Taco trying to find the kill onto Ray Farkey, but he's not able to, and the soul does go down, but not before 4 casualties, and DFM, they're going to take us to game number 5.
Yeah, nice TP there from Ray Farkey to protect the wave from Orca, and they should just be able to end the game. DCG don't make it easy by any means, though. It felt like you didn't know who was going to win until the end of this fight. Orca trading a lot of damage back. Kriskata is up.
Kriskata is up. They're going to find Tide. Are they going to be able to end? Arya's just got to find some auto attack damage here. Just one more auto will do it. Kriskata's not going to have the stun. They do get it done.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that was a lot closer than I feel like it should